And we welcome you to the United Center here in Chicago, Illinois. We have Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Quarterfinals in my 2025-2026 season playthrough. We're in the 2026 NBA playoffs. And once again, it's Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Quarterfinals between the Chicago Bulls and the Orlando Magic. The Magic took Game 1 of the series, winning 98-87. As we look at the starting lineups with Suggs, Bane, Wagner, Franz Wagner, Paulo Banchero, and Wendell Carter Jr. for the Magic. And for the Bulls, Josh Giddey, Kobe White, Ayo Dosunmu, Matas Buzelis, and Nikola Vucevic. Look at the key matchup between Bane and it is Bane and Kobe White here, as the Bulls will win the tip. Josh Giddey over here had 12 points in that Game 1 loss, with Dosunmu leading the Bulls with 19. Banchero will grab the rebound there. Desmond Bane with it. He was the story at Game number 1 with 47 points. 13 made three-pointers. Carter Jr. for 3, and that's in there, and the Magic are on top 3-0 very early on here. The Magic did what they were set out to do, and they wanted to take one in Chicago. Now they're looking to see if they want to be greedy and take them both, as Josh Giddey for 3. And we're all nodded at 3 here. Very early on. Franz Wagner, 19 points in the win. And see Jalen Suggs for 3, no good. As I mentioned, Bane had 47 points. And Franz Wagner had 19 points. So those are the only two players that scored double figures for the Orlando Magic in that Game 1 victory. I see Giddey. They shoot it back over to Buzelis here. 5 on the shot clock. Back to Vucevic. Buzelis coming around. And that is no good. Franz Wagner grabbing the rebound. He still has it here as we're approaching the minute and a half into the first quarter here. Tied at 3. Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Quarterfinals. Bane for 3. And he hits it. You look at Desmond Bane in the 4 games against the Bulls in the regular season, 20.5 points on average, 3.5 made three-pointers. He shattered that average in Game 1 of this series. I said Bane's three-pointers. I see Giddey for 3, no good. Wendell Carter Jr. with the rebound. The 13 three-pointers that were made by Josh Giddey. I see Banchero with the slam dunk, and that's his first points very early on here. It was for a while where it was just Desmond Bane and Franz Wagner getting the points in that majority of that first half. As there is an illegal screen called against Josh Giddey. That's his first personal foul. And that's going to be a turnover against the Bulls. The Magic off to an 8-3 start here. They're looking to try to take 2 here in Chicago and head back to the House of the Mouse. Or the East Coast version of the House of Mouse. Or I call it the land of the evil mouse because of how expensive the Disney parks are. And Jalen Suggs for 3. And it's an early 8-point lead for the Orlando Magic. Giddey crossing the half-court line right now. This is over to Vucevic. The only player in this game that had a double-double. He had 15 points, 16 rebounds. So he is a double-double machine for the center of the Chicago Bulls. He'll pass it over. And there's Giddey for 3, no good. Banchero grabbing a rebound here. 3 minutes into the game here. 11-3, Orlando on top. Bane holding on to it right now. This should be back over to Banchero. Banchero over to Wendell Carter Jr., no good. Giddey will get the rebound here. Every series has already had their first game. We see Kobe White for 3. Every series has had at least one game played already. This is the start of the Game 2s of each series here on my channel. As you see, Franz Wagner for 3. That's in there. As I said, Orlando off to a hot start right now. Feeling a little momentum from Game 1. Kobe White dishing over to Vucevic. Vucevic for 3, no good. Desmond Bane grabbing the rebound over to Jalen Suggs. Suggs coming around with the slam dunk. And it's a 10-point lead already. 4 minutes into the first quarter. Dosunmu There's 17 on the shot clock right now. Ayo Dosunmu, as I said, led all scores with 19 points for the Chicago Bulls. They spread the wealth around a little bit despite the loss. 5 on the shot clock. Giddey over to Dosunmu. Dosunmu for 3. That's off the back iron. Carter Jr. grabbing the rebound. Over to Franz Wagner. Wagner back to the Banchero. 10 on the shot clock. 5 on the shot clock. There's Jalen Suggs for 3. That's in there. It's a 13-point lead, and we'll have our first timeout called. It is a timeout here. We'll take one. 7:09 to play in the first. Orlando leading it 19-6. And we are back here in Chicago. Orlando off to a very hot start, 19-6. 7:09 left to play in the first. Giddey taking the inbound. Crossing the half-court line here at the United Center. Vucevic. This is back over to Giddey. On the shot clock to Dosunmu. 7, 6. That's no good. Wendell Carter Jr. grabbing the rebound. The Banchero. Franz Wagner. Back over to Banchero, over to Wendell Carter Jr. Over to Bane. Bane for 3. He hits it. It's a 16-point lead for Orlando. Kobe White holding on to it right now here. 17 on the shot clock. As I said, Orlando leading it by 16. They have not trailed yet in this game. Dosunmu. That's a miss. Jalen Suggs grabbing a rebound. Let's see, Franz Wagner holding on to it right now. 15 on the shot clock. Wagner over to Banchero. Banchero with the bucket. That's in there. Paulo Banchero. 24 points on average this season already, as we are over halfway through the first quarter. Timeout, Chicago. We're going to take another one here. 5:44 to play in the first. Orlando leading it 24-6. Coming out of the timeout here, we're back in Chicago here as we got Anthony Black coming into the game for the Orlando Magic. And that is it for any lineup changes as of right now. 18-point lead once again for Orlando here. Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Quarterfinals, with the Magic winning game number 1 to take a 1-0 series lead. This game coming to you from the United Center in Chicago, Illinois. I am Vinny from vdubproductions on the call. As you see, Ayo Dosunmu. Shot no good. Wendell Carter Jr. with the rebound. Over to Franz Wagner. Wagner. Being guarded by Giddey right now. Wagner still trying to come around, being a little aggressive. He'll get the shot up. That's no good. Vucevic will grab the rebound off the miss. If you like what you see, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do drop. And also, if you are inclined, if you're able to support me financially, there's a link to my Cash App in the description down below. As that shot is missed right there, as Anthony Black will get the rebound. He just came into the game. Over to Franz Wagner here. More players coming out on the scores table for both teams. Wendell Carter Jr. Deep 3. Awkward shot 3. That's no good. Kobe White with the rebound. And then over to Josh Giddey. Vucevic. On the shot clock over to Dosunmu. Dosunmu over to Buzelis. Back to Vucevic. Over to Ayo Dosunmu. Dosunmu for 3. That's no good. Wendell Carter Jr. grabbing a rebound. Anthony Black, and that pass is stolen by Josh Giddey. Giddey coming around. Giddey with a jump shot inside the paint. No good. Carter Jr. with the rebound here as we're down to the final 4 minutes of the first quarter. Over to Banchero. Banchero with the layup. It's a 20-point lead for Orlando. Assists per game. The Magic averaged 26.4. That's 11th in the league in the regular season. They already have 10 in this first quarter. So Kobe White for 3. No good again. Chicago is ice cold to start this game. Franz Wagner for 3. That's in there. It's a 23-point lead. Look at Wagner during the regular season, averaging 20.2 points away from the Kia Center. 10 on the shot clock. Kobe White. They got to get something going here. They're down by 23 right now. Giddey for three. No good. You got to be kidding me. We might have enough bricks to actually build a new stadium in Chicago should they want to replace the United Center. Rebounds 14-4 in advantage of the... as Desmond Bane with another three. It's 32-6. Do not adjust your screen, everybody. This is actually how this game is turning out right now. 2.5 to play in the first. Over to Vucevic. Vucevic coming around. He's going to go to the line as Wendell Carter Jr. gets called for his first personal foul.
First team foul. At the line for Chicago, Nikola Vucevic. Taking 2 shots.
2 shots for Vucevic. Points off of assists. All 32 are off of assists. 8 3-pointers made already as the first one is made. Moritz Wagner and Badaze coming into the game. I believe that's Bancaro and Wendell Carter Jr. are going to be taking a seat. And for the Bulls, Vucevic, of course, still in, but now you got Trey Jones, Kevin Huerter. He'll make them both, so that will end the drought there as far as points scored, but they're still on a drought as far as the field. So we have Franz. So we got the Wagner brothers out on the court. As you see, Trey Jones grabbing the rebound for the Bulls. Over to Terry, and Dallin Terry with the slam dunk, and that will be the first shot from the field in quite some time. They are shooting 3 of 17. The Magic 12 of 17. Said the Magic been firing on all cylinders. So we got Black, Badaze, the Wagner brothers, and Bane out there for Orlando. And let's see here. We have Patrick Williams. Let me see. So we got Patrick Williams, Kevin Huerter, Trey Jones, Vucevic, as Desmond Bane will hit the shot. Yeah, Vucevic out there. Coming around, that shot is up, that's in there. Trey Jones with the assist on that one. Wagner, or that's Franz Wagner. Still coming around, dishing it back over to Badaze. Holding on to it over to Desmond Bane here. Under a minute to play here in the first. Bane for three. That's in there. Desmond Bane looks like he wants to have himself another great game here in Chicago. You see the Magic shooting 74% already to the 22% for the Bulls. Vucevic over to Huerter, and Herter's going to go to the line for an and one opportunity as Franz Wagner charged for his first personal foul. That's the second team foul called against the Magic here in this first quarter. And substitution out on the court here. I believe Bane's going to take a seat. Tyus Jones coming into the game. Anthony Black going to move to shooting guard position. Huerter at the line now. Kobe White moving to shooting guard. And Zach Collins into the game now for the Chicago Bulls. And that's a miss on the free throw right there. Still a 23-point game for Orlando. It's been all Orlando. Franz Wagner for three. No good. Tyus Jones grabbing that's Trey Jones. Never mind. Tyus is with the Magic. Collins. Here at 12 on the shot clock. Huerter for three. No good. Shot clock turned off. Now that's Tyus Jones grabbing a rebound. Franz Wagner. 6 on the shot clock as they're probably just going to hold on for the last shot, and why not? Franz for three. Or no, that's not for three, but he does get the layup as the quarter comes to an end. We are at the end of one. The Magic having their way, leading it 39-14. You're watching Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Quarterfinals between the Magic and the Bulls. It is the 2026 NBA playoffs here on VDub Productions. We'll be back to start the second quarter shortly. all set to start the second quarter as you see Tyus Jones taking the inbound from Badazzi. Franz Wagner, 25-point lead for the Magic. They have dominated this game from start to finish. And there's Badazzi. There's a slam dunk. It's 41-14. Once again, do not adjust your screen. Look at that. 16-22 for the Magic compared to 5-20 for the Bulls in the first 12 and a half minutes of this game. Jones, that shot is no good. Wagner grabbing a rebound. Look at rebounds per game. The Magic averaged 46 a game. 17 already in the first, as I said, nearly 13 minutes of this game. Wagner dishes it back over to Badazzi. Badazzi coming around. That shot's no good. Collins grabbing the rebound. Kobe White with it. Trey Jones holding on to it for Patrick Williams. Back to Herter. 7 on the shot clock. Over to Kobe White. 4 on the shot clock. Got to get that shot up. Kobe White does, and that's in there. A three-pointer by Kobe White. 41-17 Orlando. Franz Wagner. Over to Wagner. Back over to Badazzi. Badazzi with the slam dunk. It's a 26-point lead, I should say. Why did I say 36? I'm not in it right now. White for 3. No good. Wagner grabbing the rebound. That's Mo Wagner. Back to his brother, Franz. Tyus Jones. Yeah, that is Tyus Jones. 7 on the shot clock. Back to Mo Wagner. Wagner coming around. That shot is up. That's in there. Tyus Jones will get the assist on that one. 45-17 Orlando. So we're about 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Badazzi grabbing the rebound over to Black. Black coming around. He's going to go to the foul. He's going to go to the free throw line. Shooting 2 here as we have a timeout called by the Magic. 9:32 to play in the second. They're leading at 45-17. We're going to take a timeout. Back here in the Windy City here. Well, let's look at it as Anthony Black moving to point guard. Jalen Suggs checks back into the game at shooting guard. Anthony Black going to the line, shooting 2. This team already up by 28 here. As I said, not even 2.5 into the second quarter. And that's the first one made. Orlando already took game 1 of the series 98-87 behind a 47-point performance by Desmond Bane. As you can see there, 13 made three-pointers in the playoff game. That is a record. Black makes them both. It's a 30-point lead for Orlando. Running away right now in this game, but there's still a lot of game left to play, so who knows how this will turn out. Kobe White over to Tyus Jones. Jones. No, that's Trey Jones. Tyus Jones, once again, is a Magic. I keep getting confused here. Either way, Badazzi gets the rebound. Jalen Suggs has it. Back over to Anthony Black. Back over to Franz Wagner. Dishing it to his brother, Mo Wagner, with a slam dunk. It's a 32-point lead for Orlando. Our next video will say in the Eastern Conference we'll have game 2 of the 5th-seeded Indiana Pacers against the 4th-seeded Milwaukee Bucks. Indiana took that game 98-79. Can they also try to go up 2-0 on the road? Let's see, Trey Jones will miss that one. Franz Wagner. Back over to Badazzi, over to Anthony Black, back to Badazzi. Badazzi to Franz Wagner. Wagner for 3, no good. Trey Jones grabbing the rebound for the Chicago Bulls. And then for Kobe White. White for 3, no good. I mean, once again, if the Bulls are ever looking for a new stadium, there's enough bricks to build that stadium without even costing the taxpayers a single dime. Wagner coming through. Wagner with a jumper. No good. Bedaze gets the offensive rebound. Mo Wagner for three. No good. Kobe White grabbing a rebound for the Chicago Bulls. Trey Jones. Dish it over to Kobe White. White for three. That's in there. We didn't think the Bulls would reach 20 points at this point of the game, but they do. So we're approaching 5 minutes into the second quarter. Wagner over to Black. And that is an illegal screen called against Mo Wagner. That's his first personal foul, but since that's on the offensive end, that will not count against the team foul as Desmond Bane coming back into the game for Mo Wagner. We got Suggs, Bane. And let's see, for the Bulls, Kobe White stays in there. Giddey, Dosunmu, Buzelis, as we have another timeout called by Chicago here. 6:51 to play in the second. Orlando leading it 49-20. We're going to take a timeout. Coming back here in Orlando, 29-point lead or Chicago, Orlando leading it by 29 here with 6:51 to play in the second. As I said, this is game 2 of the Eastern Conference Quarterfinals where the Magic lead the series 1-0. The Magic looking to try to go up 2-0 on the road. Dosunmu. Back over to Buzelis, over to Josh Giddey. Giddey over to White. White for three. No good. Giddey will get the offensive rebound, and he'll miss that one. Franz Wagner with the rebound. Over to Suggs. Suggs. Dishing it back over to Franz Wagner. Back to Banchero. Banchero to Desmond Bane. Bane for three. That is Bedaze with the offensive rebound. Back over to Bedaze. Over to Suggs. Suggs for three. No good. Vucevic will come down with the rebound. Giddey has it here. No points for the Magic in the last nearly 3 minutes, but they're still up by 29 right now. Giddey dishing it back over to Buzelis. Buzelis for three. That's in there. They're going to have to start making those shots if they want to try to get themselves back into the game. Franz Wagner coming around, and that is in there. 51-23. Magic shooting 20 of 32 to the Bulls, 8 of 31. They only made 8 free field goals right now. It kind of almost makes it look like how St. John's played against UConn a couple of nights ago in real life. As Vucevic will come with the slam dunk. As I know, St. John's shot 11 of 56 from the field. Did not make a single shot from the field in the final nearly 17 and a half minutes of that game. Bane for three. No good. But that's an offensive rebound by Bedaze. Keeping the possessions alive. This is the reason why Orlando is up by 26 right now. Jalen Suggs, 2 on the shot clock. Gotta get that shot up from the Bull logo. No good. Bedaze will get the offensive rebound again, and this time he'll get the slam dunk. 28-point lead. Magic led by as many as 32. Vucevic for three. No good. Desmond Bane grabbing a rebound. 20 on the shot clock. Suggs coming through. Suggs with the layup. No good. Josh Giddey grabbing a rebound. 4:20 to play here in the second. And they're Giddey. Over to Kobe White. White for three. That's in there. Kobe White bringing the Bulls within 25. Bedaze over to Wagner. Back over to Suggs. Suggs to Bane. Back over to Banchero. 3 on the shot clock. Banchero, that shot is up. No good. Dosunmu grabbing the rebound. Ayo Dosunmu had 19 points. He led the Bulls in game 1. And a game that was a lot closer than this one was right now. White for three. No good. Franz Wagner grabbing a rebound. Crossing the half-court line. Dishing it back over to Jalen Suggs. Over to Banchero. There's the three right there by Jalen Suggs. And they double the score, 56-28. Under 3 to play here in the second. Josh Giddey back over to Buzelis. Buzelis feeding Giddey. Giddey for 3. He's going to nail it, and that's going to be a 4-point play for the Bulls. Something needs to go right for the Bulls, and that has happened. Suggs called for his first personal foul as Wendell Carter Jr. coming back into the game for Badazzi. Badazzi has had himself a really good game with the rebounds to this point. Giddey with a chance to shoot one as Dosunmu and Herter checks back into the game. Dosunmu's moving in positions, but Herter checks back into the game. Giddey will complete the 4-point play here. Bulls within 24. Suggs holding on to it right now. Bancaro. They should have back to Wendell Carter Jr. That's in there. Wendell Carter Jr., 5 points, 2 of 4 shooting. He's a plus 26 out on the court. Vucevic with the slam dunk. Kevin Herter with the assist there, and there is Franz Wagner dishing it back over to Suggs. Wagner once again. Back over to Bane. Bane for 3. No good. Vucevic grabbing the rebound. Kevin Herter. Desmond Bane only has 14 points on 5 of 8 shooting, 4-7 from beyond the arc. I'll tell you that right now. Dosunmu for 3. That's in there. Ayo Dosunmu bringing the Bulls within 21. I believe that's the closest they have been in quite a long time. This game was actually tied 3-3 at one point. Bane for 3. No good. Buzelis grabbing the rebound. Under a minute and a half to play here until halftime. Josh Giddey over to Dosunmu, back to Vucevic. 10 on the shot clock. One of Buzelis. 3 on the shot clock. Over to Giddey. Giddey for 3. No good. Bancaro grabbing the rebound. 1 minute to play here in the second. Giddey 7 points on 2 of 8 shooting and 1 steal. Back over to Wendell Carter Jr. Back to Suggs. Suggs for 3. No good, but Carter Jr. gets the offensive rebound. Desmond Bane coming in there. Bane for 3. No good, and that's going to go out of bounds. Still Orlando ball. 14 on the shot clock. 37.8 seconds to play in the second. Bancaro over to Carter Jr. and Carter Jr. with the slam dunk. Coming up next, highlights. At the halftime report, you'll see that. You won't hear a word from me during that halftime report. Buzelis for Herter. Herter for 3. That's in there. Bulls within 20. Shot clock turned off here with 15 seconds to play here in the second. Bane coming around. He's going to go to the line, and then one opportunity as Dosunmu called for his first personal foul. Second team foul called against the Chicago Bulls. Bane now has 16 points after that miss, and that's going to do it for the first half here. It's been all Orlando. They led by as many as 32. Bulls had it within 20 for a second, but it's Orlando with a 22-point lead going into halftime. Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Quarterfinals. I am Vinny from vdubproductions, and you are watching the 2026 NBA playoffs on my 2025-2026 season playthrough here on the VDub Productions channel. We are going to get ready to head to halftime. We'll see you on the other side of the halftime report. Get ready to start the third quarter here in Chicago. I am Vinny from vdubproductions, and we are welcoming you back to Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Quarterfinals, where the Orlando Magic took Game 1, and they look like they're on their way to taking both games here in Orlando, unless something happens here in the second half. As you see Desmond Bane highlights with 16 points. Carter Jr. and Suggs. So the starting lineups I know are out there for both teams. As I said, Suggs, Bane, Wagner, Franz Wagner, Banchero, and Carter Jr. And there's a three-pointer right there. I believe that's Bane once again. 19 points for him now. He had 47. Vucevic, that's no good. He gets an offensive rebound, but that's a block by Wendell Carter Jr. Bane has it now. Alley-oop, that's a veiled alley-oop right there, but Franz Wagner with an awkward shot that goes in, and the Magic are on top by 27 again. 5 quick points to start the second half. 12 for Franz Wagner. And for the Chicago Bulls, the lineup set here, as we're about a minute in, is Kobe White, Vucevic, Giddey, Dosunmu, and there's a miss right there. And Buzelis. That's the 5 that I said lineup set for the. I see Banchero with a deep shot, no good. Buzelis grabbing a rebound. The lineup set for the Bulls, as I just getting ready to say here. 27-point lead. Kobe White for 3, no good. Wendell Carter Jr. with the rebound. Banchero. Shooting over to Franz Wagner. 13 on the shot clock. Shoot over to Desmond Bane. Bane issuing it back over to Banchero. Banchero for 3. No good. Josh Giddey grabbing a rebound. As we're approaching 2 minutes into the third quarter here, 67-40, Orlando on top. This game coming to you from the United Center as Vucevic with a 2-pointer there, and it cuts the deficit to 25. But as I mentioned, though, this game coming to you from the United Center. I'm Vinny from vdubproductions on the call. If you like what you see, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do drop. And if you are inclined to support me in a financial sense, there is a link to the Cash App as Wendell Carter Jr. for 3. Timeout Chicago. 9:29 to play in the third. The Magic leading it 70-42. We're going to take a timeout. Back here at the United Center, it's Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Quarterfinals between the Chicago Bulls and the Orlando Magic, where the Magic are the 6th seed, the Bulls the 3 seed. Orlando took Game 1, 98-87, and they look like they are well on their way to taking Game 2 right now. As I said, still plenty of basketball to play here. 28-point game. As we're not even 3 minutes into the third quarter here, there's a slam dunk by Kobe White. Bulls shooting 35%, the Magic 56%. It has been one-sided Orlando. Banchero for 3, that's in there. The lead up to 29. Largest lead was 32 in the second quarter. Vucevic. Thought about the shot. He will get the shot up. That's off the back iron. Franz Wagner with the rebound. Bane dishing it back over to Wagner. Carter Jr. with it. And Carter Jr. with a shot. That's in there. Wendell Carter Jr. with 12 points. As I said, we probably have at least 3 players that are in double figures right now. Dosunmu for 3. No good. Suggs with the rebound. We only had 2 all of the game as Jalen Suggs coming around. That's 33 points. So at least 4 players are in double figures for the Orlando Magic in this game. Only Bane and Franz Wagner were in double figures Game 1 wise. But now it looks like they're spreading the wealth a little bit as far as scoring. 6 on the shot clock. Over to White. White for 3. No good. Franz Wagner getting the rebound. Over to Franz Wagner. Wagner with the slam dunk. It's a 35-point lead for Orlando. this keeps up, we're going to see some of that Bulls fans heading it towards the exits pretty early on here. There's a miss right there. Vucevic, 10 points and 4 rebounds. He had 15 points and 16 rebounds in game 1. Bancaro over to Bane. Bane for 3. That's in there. 38-point lead for Orlando. Oh, man. Josh Giddey holding on to this right now here. 18 on the shot clock. Kobe White. Let me tell you something. Vucevic coming around. He's going to go to the line as Wendell Carter called for his second personal foul. Let me tell you guys something. The Bulls and the Magic did play once early on in the regular season in a watch game. I think it was probably like the third or fourth game I played. As we look at the scoring breakdown, 14 three-pointers made, 63 points off of assists for Orlando in this game. The Magic won that one 107-80. In the regular season watch game. They win game 1 by 11, and now they are currently leading by 37 after that made free throw by Vucevic. I believe that's 11 for him in this game now. And he'll sink them both. That's 12 points for Nikola Vucevic. See Jalen Suggs crossing the half-court line right now. His team up by 36. Over to Franz Wagner. Back over to Bancaro. Bancaro for 3. And what else is new? 39-point lead for the Orlando Magic here. I gotta tell you, anybody who's watching this game still, you're either a fan of either team. You're either a masochist watching the Bulls get destroyed in this game, or you're a diehard Magic fan that's enjoying this right now as you see Vucevic getting the points right there. 14 right now for him in this game. Bane coming around. Dish it over to Suggs. Suggs for 3. That's in there. It's a 40-point lead for Orlando. Dosunmu. Over to Buzelis. Buzelis for 3. That's in there. Matas Buzelis bringing the Bulls within 37. Jalen Suggs back over to Wendell Carter Jr. here. 5:10 to play in the third. Jalen Suggs. Suggs, I believe that's three-pointer, and it is a 3. Jalen Suggs with 19 points, 8 of them here in the third. It's a 40-point lead for Orlando. The fans here are in shell shock right now. Franz Wagner. Back over to Suggs. Suggs, he's going to go to the line, shooting 2 as Giddey called for his second personal foul. That's the first team foul called against the Bulls.
First team foul. Shooting for Orlando, Jalen Suggs at the line for 2.
As we have first free throw made. Moritz Wagner looks like he wants to come into the game as we got a lot of substitutions coming in now. We'll try to get you guys the lineup set as best as we can. Bedaze, I know, is back into the game. Kevin Huerter checks into the game for the first time in the second half. As Suggs hits the free throw, he's at 20 in this game. Make that 21. It's a 42-point lead. So we have Buzelis, Giddey, Huerter, and there's a timeout called by the Bulls. We're going to take one as well. 4.5 to play in the third. 93-51, Orlando on top. All right, Bulls are going to make some substitutions now. As let's see, Jones, White, Huerter, Williams, and Vucevic are the lineup set for the Bulls. Trailing by 42 right now. Billy Donovan not too happy right now. As we got Mo Wagner, Bedaze, Jalen Suggs, and there's a shot up. Anthony Black is in there as well as Tyus Jones. Pat Williams for 3 there. And the lead back to 39. Or a deficit back down to 39 for the Bulls. Suggs coming around. Layup is in there, no good. Bedaze gets the offensive rebound. Anthony Black for 3, no good. Jones will grab the rebound. That's Trey Jones. So under 4 to play here in the third. Over to Jones. Jones coming around with the layup. That's in there. 37-point lead. Over 3.5 to play here in the third. And there's a shot up. No good. Vucevic grabbing the rebound. Over to Trey Jones. They should have back to Vucevic. Vucevic with the slam dunk. Lead is up to 30. Deficit back to 35 now. 7-0 run for the Bulls. Don't call it a comeback, because it most likely will not be a comeback as Suggs misses that one. Vucevic for 3. No good. Mo Wagner has the rebound over to Suggs. Suggs coming around the layup. That's in there. 37 of 63 for the Magic, compared to 21 of 57 for the Bulls. As I said, it's been all Magic. The only time that it was even remotely close when it was 3-3. Vucevic coming around. And it looked like Bedaze had a piece of it, but it did touch the rim, though, so it drew iron. Suggs. As we got to the final 2 minutes here in the third. Suggs, as Williams will come with the steal here. Trey Jones. Over to Kevin Huerter. Huerter. And that's no good. Anthony Black with the rebound. Trey Jones holding on, or Tyus Jones holding on to it right now. Over to Bedaze. Bedaze with the slam dunk. It's a 49-point lead. Or 39-point lead. What am I talking about? And there's a slam dunk by, what's his name? That was Vucevic. Bedaze. So it is Vucevic going to the line, shooting 1. And let's see here. Suggs is going to go to the bench for Jace Richardson. Jace Richardson did not play at all in game 1. I think we only saw him once in a watched game. And I think that was when it was a blowout, but 36-point lead with a minute 14 to play here in the third. Let's see if we can get Richardson some points here. I mean, why not? You don't get to see him play that often. Mo Wagner coming around. That shot is no good. Williams with a rebound under a minute to play in the third. Could be the only time we see Jace Richardson in this game, actually. Back of the bench player. Vucevic for 3. No good. Black getting the rebound. We got Jace Richardson. To Mo Wagner, back over to Richardson. Richardson for 3, no good. Vucevic will get the rebound there. Huerter has it right now for the Chicago Bulls. Back over to Trey Jones. Jones, deep shot, no good. Moritz Wagner with the rebound. Tyus Jones has it over to Anthony Black. They can hold on for the last shot here in the third. Over to Jace Richardson. He has it right now, 8 to play in the third. 6 to play now, 5 to play. Richardson dishes over to Wagner. Mo Wagner for 3. That's in there. And that will do it for the third quarter here. The century mark for the Orlando Magic. They lead it 100-61 at the end of 3. You're watching the 2026 NBA playoffs here on VDub Productions. We'll be back to start the fourth shortly. Here in Chicago, we have the State Farm assist of the game. That might go to Boncaro for that alley-oop to Wendell Carter Jr. here, as we see Patrick Williams inbounding it to Trey Jones. Back over to Zach Collins. So we got Jones, Collins, Kobe White. And that's a miss right there. Jet Howard into the game now. The son of Juwan Howard. So we had Jason Richardson's son in there for a second. Now we got Jet Howard, the son of Juwan Howard. Black. Anthony Black with the shot up. That's in there. It's a 41-point lead. Largest lead they had was 42. So this is game 2 of the Eastern Conference Quarterfinals between the 6-seeded Magic and the 3-seeded Bulls. Magic did take game 1, 98-87, and they look like they're well on their way of taking game 2. Both games in Chicago as Black Velvet, or Red Velvet, with the shot that is no good. Jet Howard has it. And they're Jet Howard for 3. He'll get points in this playoff, so you can say that he scored at least some points in the NBA playoffs. 44-point lead. Tell that to his grandchildren. Herter is going to step out of bounds. Orlando ball. We got substitutions coming into the game now. Penda and Jonathan Isaac coming into the game. We got some players who did not play at all for Orlando coming into the game here. That's how much this game has been a blowout here. So we got Tyus Jones coming through over to Jonathan Isaac right now. Want to see some of these bench players get at least some stats, whether it's points, assists, rebounds, steals. And they're White over to Jones. That's Trey Jones from the Chicago Bulls here 2 minutes into the fourth quarter. Or I say 10 minutes left to play in this game. 105-61 Magic. As Anthony Black will get the rebound here. This game coming to you from the United Center. I am Vinny from vdubproductions on the call. If you like what you see, don't forget, hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do come out. As Jonathan Isaac will get the slam dunk there. It's a 46-point lead for Orlando. And if you are able to support me financially, there is a link to my Cash App in the description down below. And below that will also be the information for my social media accounts. X and Instagram as Tyus Jones. And I believe that was Penda for 3. No good. Herter with it coming around. Herter, that's no good. Oh my gosh. Penda has it again. Over to Black. Black for 3. No good. Williams grabbing the rebound. Tyus Jones. Over to Collins. Collins with the slam dunk. Trey Jones. And Bedaze will get the layup. That's in there. It's back to a 36-point lead. Tyus Jones back to White. Williams for 3. That's in there. Patrick Williams bringing the lead back to 33. Over to Penda. Penda for 3. No good. Kobe White grabbing a rebound. White back to Collins. Collins, and he's going to go to the line, shooting 1.
Shooting 1. Defensive foul. Second personal foul.
Bedaze gets his second personal foul here, and let's see here. Tristan Da Silva now coming into the game, while Mo Wagner also back in. And for the Chicago Bulls, Josh Giddey checking back into the game here in the fourth. Team trailing by 41. Collins will sink the free throw. Lead back down to 40. We see the Magic 2 or 3 from the line, 3 or 4 from the Chicago Bulls. 7:45 to play. 109-69 Orlando. Over to Trey Jones. Or Tyus Jones, I should say. Jones back over to Black. 2 on the shot clock. Black for 3. Collins will get the rebound there as Josh Giddey. Oh, Giddey's got himself an injury icon right there. As you see, there's a shot. No good. Wagner will get the rebound. So we'll see how the extent is. Over to Jones. Back to Black. Black for 3. No good. Williams grabbing the rebound. Kevin Herter holding on to it here as we got White. Back over to Collins. They shoot it back to Herter. 9 on the shot clock. Herter for 3. No good. Badaze grabbing a rebound. Tristan De Silva has it. Over to Black. Holding on to it. 10 on the shot clock. Anthony Black. No good. Josh Giddey grabbing a rebound here. 6.5 to play in the fourth. Collins over to Herter. Herter, that's in there. Kevin Herter. Look at that. 26 of 73 shooting for the Bulls compared to 43 of 78 for the Orlando Magic as we are halfway through the fourth quarter. 38-point lead. Jones coming around. That is foul called against Zach Collins, and Billy Donovan not too happy right now. I'm going to tell you, though, for Orlando, it's going to be a happy trip coming home. 6 minutes away from taking a 2-0 series lead on the road, heading back to the House of the Evil Mouse, the East Coast version of the House of the Evil Mouse. No, I'm sure we'll have Mickey and Minnie making guest appearances there as the first free throw has been made. Let's see who's coming back into the game. So we got Jace Richardson, Jonathan Isaac, Mo Wagner still in there. And now it looks like Dosunmu, Buzel's back in. Vucevic. Both free throws made. It's a 40-point lead for Orlando. Coming over to Vucevic. Vucevic. That shot is in there. Mo Wagner. Vucevic with 21 points in this game. We got Jace Richardson, the son of Jason Richardson. As I said, he did not play in game one. Back of the bench kind of guy. Jonathan Isaac also did not play. Isaac shoots it up. That's no good. Dosunmu with the rebound. .111.73. Buzel's back over to Giddey. Giddey for 3, no good. Black grabbing the rebound. Over to Tyus Jones. Mo Wagner coming through, and that is no good. Vucevic will grab the rebound. Giddey. Really just calling the dogs off right now. It's 111.73. Giddey for 3, no good. Mo Wagner grabbing the rebound. Over to Tyus Jones. Back over to Jonathan Isaac. Isaac with the shot up. That's in there. Jonathan Isaac putting the Magic up by 40 again. I think 45. I think it was the largest lead of the game for the Orlando Magic. They have dominated this game from start to finish. The only time they did not lead was when it was 0-0 and 3-3. That was it. Chicago never held the lead at any point in this game. Moritz Wagner with the rebound here is Tyus Jones once again with it. 15 on the shot clock. Jace Richardson for 3, no good. I think Richardson wants to try to get some stats in this game. As we see Vucevic coming around, that's in there. And I gotta look, I think in my records, I think any eligible player that's been eligible to play for the Orlando Magic has actually entered the game for at least a minute or two. Though you're seeing some of these players like Richardson getting extended minutes. Over to Anthony Black. 5 on the shot clock. And I said, this is going to be a very happy flight. Jace Richardson for 3. No good. He's desperately trying to get some points on the board. Get some kind of stats. Kobe White for 3. That's in there. 35-point lead. Our deficit's within 35 here as we're approaching the final 2.5 minutes of play in the fourth. Jonathan Isaac. Dishing it back over to Jace Richardson. Back to Isaac. To Jones. Jones for 3. No good. Dosunmu grabbing a rebound. Dosunmu. That's in there. I believe that's 33 now. 2 minutes remaining in the game. Jace Richardson. It's 8 on the shot clock. Richardson from the paint, and that is no good. I'm telling you, that must be killing Jace Richardson, knowing the fact he doesn't get that much playing time, and he really wants to get some points on the board. Vucevic coming around. Hey, guess what? The lead's only to 31 now. That's a 9-0 run, by the way, for the Bulls. Very quiet 9-0 run because they're still down by 31. Jonathan Isaac. Over to Jace Richardson. 6 on the shot clock. Richardson cannot buy a bucket. Come on, let him get a bucket. Open that lid for him. I shouldn't be like that because I'm supposed to be impartial, you know. I see Kobe White for 3. That's in there, and the lead's only 28. They cut the deficit to 28. Congratulations. They could be losing by less than 30 after being down by as many as 45. Jones coming around. This shit back over to Richardson. Back to Isaac. So we got Trey Jones for 3. That's in there, and the lead up to 31 again. Or that's Tyus Jones. Keep getting confused. Trey Jones is with the Bulls. Josh Giddey. Taking a little bit of time right now because they know that it's not going to really matter. That's a miss right there, and look at that. Vucevic. 29-point game. So the Bulls made this a little more respectable than what it should be because this has been a dominant effort from start to finish. The Bulls the Magic led by as many as 45, I believe. Maybe even more. I have to look at it here. But either way, it's going to be a 116-87 win for Orlando. It's going to be a very happy flight back to Orlando. The Magic take both in Chicago and have a chance to end that series at home, depending on how things will go. We are not done yet. We still have post-game player stats and then my sign-off. It is now time to look at the post-game player statistics. We start off as customary with the home team. Nikola Vucevic, 27 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. Kobe White, 20 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Those are the only 2 players, by the way, that reached double figures in scoring. Josh Giddey, 7 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists and a steal, followed by Kevin Huerter, 7 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists. Matas Buzelis, 6 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. Patrick Williams, 6 points, 3 rebounds. Ayo Dosunmu, 5 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Followed by Zach Collins with 5 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. Trey Jones, 2 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Dallin Terry had 2 points. Isaac Okoro had no stats at all. And then we got Noah Song, Chris Paul, Nicholas Batum. Jalen Smith did not play for the Chicago Bulls. And now for the victorious Orlando Magic. Let's see here. We got Jalen Suggs, 23 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Jalen Suggs, the player of the game. Desmond Bane, a modest 22 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists after that 47-point performance, but he has 69 total points in this game. Very nice, by the way. In the playoffs, I should say, between the two games. Franz Wagner, 14 points, 7 rebounds, 9 assists, just short of a double-double. Paulo Banchero, 12 points, 4 rebounds, 9 assists. Wendell Carter Jr. had 12 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists and a block. Goga Badadze, double-double from off the bench, 10 points, 11 rebounds. Mo Wagner, 7 points, 9 rebounds. Followed by Tyus Jones, 5 points, 1 rebound, 5 assists. Anthony Black, 4 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Jonathan Isaac, 4 points and 1 block off the bench. Jet Howard had 3 points and 1 rebound. Noah Penda had 1 rebound. Jace Richardson did have an assist, and that was towards the end of that third quarter. So he did hit some stats, but he was definitely trying to get some points on the board. And then we got Tristan Da Silva with no stats at all. And as I mentioned, every player that was eligible to play indeed, in fact, got into the game for at least 2 minutes of play. And that is it for your post-game player statistics. And as I mentioned, we saw Josh Giddey in that fourth quarter with that little injury icon. He is considered hurt with a strained left hip. He should be out 4 to 6 weeks, but if you see that status says hurt, 2K likes to override it, so we'll probably be seeing him in Game 3 anyway. With Chris Paul recovering from that strained right hip. When a strained right hip, he is day-to-day. Who knows? We could possibly see him in Game 3. And next video coming out, we will have Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Quarterfinals featuring the Indiana Pacers and the Milwaukee Bucks. The Pacers came out with a 98-79 win in Game number 1, led by Obi Toppin with a double-double, 25 points and 12 rebounds. Giannis Antetokounmpo led the Bucks and led all scorers in general with a game-high 36 points in defeat for the Bucks. Pacers and the Bucks, Game 2. Can the Pacers reciprocate what the Orlando Magic has done and go and take both games in Milwaukee, or can the Milwaukee Bucks find themselves back in the series? We usually don't like to say a must-win in a Game 2, especially in a best-of-7 series, but this is a must-win for the Bucks, as no team wants to go down 0-2 going home, because there's a chance you may not be coming back. And with that, I want to remind everybody, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do come out. And also, if you are inclined to support this channel financially, if you want to, it is not required to, but if you want to support financially, there is a link to the Cash App in the description down below. And right underneath those will be the information to follow me on both X and Instagram on social media. And with that, reminding you guys, the final score of this game, the Orlando Magic win a game, and what the Bulls made this game score very more respectable as it was garbage time. The final score, 116-87. Once again, in a win that was a lot much worse, because the Magic did have a 45-point lead at one point. It ended up being a 29-point game final, but it doesn't really matter. It's a win for the Magic. They take the series, or they take both games in Chicago. They head home, leading the series 2-0. I am Vinny from vdubproductions, and I am signing off.